Hey, what's up everybody, this is Rick501 and today I'm going to be back in Atlas, and today I want to show you guys how you're able to make circular buildings. Now specifically I'm going to be showing you guys what you guys see over there, and that is circular towers. Now these are going to be fully customizable, so if you're on PvP you can make defense towers with cannons and puckles and whatever you want in them. If you're on PvE you can just make really cool looking towers. You can put these on the edge of walls. You can put them on your base to make a cool looking castle. You can do whatever you want with these once you have the foundation of it down. So what you're going to do, you're going to need your floors, and what you're going to start off with is just one square floor. And next you're going to put a triangle floor right in front of it, and you're just going to circle around and basically just make a circle right in front of it. And then what you're going to do is on every side of the foundation that you can, you're going to place square floors. So just like this, you just place them all the way around, and then you have like this kind of star flower looking thing. And then you're just going to fill in the rest with more triangle floors. So as you can see here, we basically just have an actual circle. And then for the outer, you can just place walls super easy. So you're going to want a door somewhere, and then be careful with placing them on the sides because they do try to stick out like that. But then you're just going to place walls all the way around, and you easily have, your first layer of the circle. Now, I would recommend not doing this with stone. I'm on my own rented server, so I can just spawn this stuff in. But if you guys aren't comfortable with possibly having to destroy stuff if you can't pick it up within 30 seconds, I would recommend using all thatch at the start as much as you possibly can, because thatch is ultra cheap and you can just replace other stuff over it. So if you have like a thatch floor, you could place a stone floor on top of it and it would upgrade it. So you can just do it all thatch and then go upgrade it. It's going to take a little bit more of time until you get used to and you fully know how to make the towers already, and then you can start doing with higher material stuff once you're more comfortable with it. But after you get this floor, basically what you're going to do is just follow the floor with ceilings. So as of right there, you see that it is a square, so you do square, and you can do it because you can tell which ones are square and which one are triangle if you look at them. So if you want to, you can just go all the way around and do that if you want to, and you see how they fit in. Or you can just follow which ones are the actual squares, just place them in like that, and then at the corners you do the triangles. And then the center, after you get the outer, the center is just all triangles again, because that is your first circle, and then you're done. Now you're gonna need a roof. Unless you want to do hatches and ladders up, you can do that as well, but I like using ramps or roofs in this game because they're much easier to go up, they're much quicker to go up. You can also still not wall them, you can door them off, which makes it much easier. So basically what I do is at the corner ones, so I'll usually just do this, like at corner ones, just pick a side, and then you can do this. That was actually considered the foundation for it. But you can do that, and then you can just use your ramp. You can just ramp up like that, and then you're good to go. You ramp up like this, and you can door at the bottom if you want. If you want more protection, say if you're PvP, you could just do that, and then door it, and then you're protected. And you can do whatever you want, and then it's ramped up and much easier to get up. And basically what I would do after that, since you can't really ramp it the same spot as effectively, is what I would do is I would just go straight across, so right here, and then you can just place your triangle one right there, and then you can just ramp up again. And that also makes it super easy especially if you're on a PvP server and you need to be, getting through your towers, getting to your defenses super quickly, you can always know exactly how it's going to be. So this floor is going to have it right here. So then you're just going all along the edge and running up, and you can just run in a circle up the tower super easily. And that is basically the foundation of these circular towers. Super easy to make. Once you know how to do this, you can easily make it. You can easily keep stacking them up. And as you can see over here, I've already done some stuff with these towers to kind of give you guys some examples. So this one is pretty much just, a basic tower running all the way through. Now I'm flying, so you can run up this. But it's going to be super easy to run up just because of how I have it set up. You just run along the edges. You never have to think of where the next door is going to be or whatever like that. Let me turn down my gamma a little bit there. And this one I made a little bit more defensive. So basically there is some tips for this. So depending on how you have these ramps, you're not going to effectively be able to like you can't put a defense thing right here. I mean, you technically could, but I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to actually get past the NPCs. Some mounted weapons, it seems NPCs you're able to walk through, and some you're not able to. So that'll require more testing, but you still could put, a lot of defenses. You can put, if you want swivels, I would recommend having these window walls, and then you place the gun mount and then a swivel on top of it, and you put an NPC on it. And even though as a human, you don't have really good vision like that, if you're on the swivel, an NPC doesn't have to have vision because they just track stuff. So that's much easier. And so you can do those anywhere you want. Now up here, this is really cool because up here, I have cannons. Now what you can do with cannons, do I actually have a cannon on me? I do have a cannon on me, so I can show you guys. So you can place these half walls right here, these half stone walls. So basically you place a wall, you would tee it a few times, then you have a half wall. And basically what you can do is once you have that placed, you can actually place cannons like this, so their barrels are still sticking through, and then you're able to get on this. You have to take my word for it because I'm in fly mode. I actually don't know how to disable fly without getting on stuff. But what you can do is you can get on these cannons and actually have 100%. Now I don't have 100% because I have those ramps up above it, so they will hit if I go too high. But if you remove those, you can still shoot the cannon. It won't hit the front wall that it's halfway through. So when you have NPCs on these, this gives a bit more protection than just not having a wall in front of there. Also, this seems to glitch hitboxes and makes it really hard to hit hitboxes some of the time. Because we have had to go up against this when I was still playing on official servers. We had to try to shoot NPCs that were in stuff like this, and their hitboxes seem quite messed up. Especially when you're farther away. Getting pretty bright. Let me turn that game a little bit. And then right here, I have Puckle guns set up. Now, Puckle guns, since NPCs are immune on Puckle guns, you don't need to protect them super heavily. So you can just place these Puckles out here. Now, you actually don't need doors, if you don't know, until you want to get to them. But this close, doors really don't help that much. So what I did is I just walled these. And if you ever want to take these NPCs off for whatever reason, you can just destroy one wall. It's not too big of a deal. Now, the reason I actually placed these walls behind the Puckles is because say they soaked all these Puckles, or say, some guy grappling hooked and was able to get through and glitch through. If you didn't have these walls, they could just get behind those guys and just circumvent all of these Puckles. So you put the walls here. So even if they somehow glitch behind these guys on the Puckles, they can't get into your defense tower and start destroying other stuff and stuff like that. Because even if they get behind here and aren't getting shot by the Puckles, they still have to destroy the Puckles with explosives or destroy the ceilings that they're on to actually hurt the NPCs. So that's basically all of the, you know, kind of foundation and some of the tips you need for these towers. Now you can do the roofs like this if you want to, I don't know, make it look like a TP or some type of thing like that. Now also, if you are on a PvP server, I'd recommend always having a mortar on every defense tower you have, with like a minimum 10 shots on the towers, because if someone's attacking and if you have one of these defense towers next to the water, if they have a ship out there and you have a mortar, no ship can sit and take mortar shots. Mortars do so much damage and hit so much stuff on ships that if someone gets on a mortar, you can also put up walls around this mortar and you still should be able to get on it like this, so you're much more defended, and you can still see over and have the long range, and people pretty much can't shoot you unless they get inside these little walls with you. So if you have one person that can get up on the mortar and someone's attacking on a ship, they have to go away when you're hitting them with a mortar, and you have such long range that they can't hit anything because they will be in range of your mortar. So I'd always recommend having a mortar on every defensive tower, every defensive structure. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you guys how to make these rounded towers. You can make any rounded bases you want. If you want to make them bigger, you can just test stuff out and make them bigger. I'd recommend always testing stuff out with thatch because it's so much easier. But yeah, this is how you make it. Circular towers. So subscribe if you want to see more Atlas content. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you think about Atlas as a whole, what you think about these rounded towers, if you're using them, if you're going to be using them, and thanks for watching.